Hey, happy day to you. Michelle here from Sensate Soul, as well as the Soul Translator. And I work with HSPs and empaths and empreneurs, and as well as help you reconnect to your sensate self to have greater sensation, aliveness, transformation, and as well, self-empathy. So in today's video, I want to talk about feeling good. And I'm going to get really real here with you about some stuff personally in my life and why this topic of feel good is really the very strong driving focus and force in my life right now. So for empaths and HSPs, it's my belief and my experience and what I see in myself and also those that I work with that there's a resistance to feeling good. Why is that? Well, if we look at that on a really plain, floor-based level, when you are highly empathic and highly sensitive, you are picking up on and feeling a lot of the unwanted feelings, emotions, states of consciousness, feelings that, other people have that are, the unclaimed stuff. Sorry, I just keep looking to see where my dog is. He's right over there. And being highly sensitive means that you're feeling the full spectrum of all of that. So feeling good, really truly feeling good, can be challenging because, and this is not a pessimistic thing, I'm not meaning to be a downer here, but the thing is that so much of the world and the current paradigm and a lot of the mindsets are around struggle. There is a lot of pain in the world. There are a lot of the shadow side, which is what empaths and HSPs a lot of times pick up on. Oh, hi, kitty. And I'll let that little guy be in the frame. And so as HSPs and empaths, we're attuning to that stuff. We're feeling it because of our sensitivity. And so it can feel like, that saying of being in a world of hurt. So believe me, I am not saying that we are destined to hurt and feel the pain of the world. That is absolutely not what we're here for. I'm just acknowledging and calling out that we are picking up on that stuff, and that is what is part of being an HSP. Now, getting back to feeling good, you have every single right to feel good as who you are in your body, in your senses, in your sense of self, in your self-esteem, in your self-confidence, in being alive. You have every single right to feel good, even if you are one who tends to pick up on and feel emotions deeper, energy stronger, and everything that I said earlier. So the two one does not cancel out the other. And here's the personal story that I want to share with this around feeling good. Because as a kid, one reason why Sensate Soul exists is because I naturally was always one who was very, very in tune with my senses and had many, many experiences. Most of my memories of my childhood are sensual in the sense of being sensate and senses connected. So I had a very chaotic childhood in many ways, being raised in addiction and moving all the time, and many things that happened that were very destabilizing for somebody who is so highly sensitive. And I would, like a lot of kids, we have our inner world and we connect to the world in our fantasy and our imagination and all of that. And my, way to go into solace in times of a lot of stress, because there was a lot of stress. I don't know if you've read my book yet, but I share a bit more about how, like, when I was 9 years old, I had a nervous breakdown because of being HSP and being raised in a highly alcoholic home, and many homes. And So, this was to spend time in my senses, to be activating all my senses, was my way to ground, was my way to really tune in and feel calm and peace, and let things go. So, I was the kid that was up in the tree for the entire day, didn't want to come down because I was just, completely involved in my sensate world. And that's why tuning back into our body and our senses and being in connection with that state of being is so absolutely is one of my biggest passions, and in what I teach also in doing heal sensationally in the work that I do. So then moving forward to this year, just quickly I want to share here, it's been a hell of a year in many ways. I have had my house for sale. I have a floating home, and it has been for sale now. I am in contract again, 5th time, in a year. A lot of our lives, my son and I, it was, focused around selling and going and traveling and doing a book tour and all these things, and everything has been put on hold until the house sells. And it's just been, and then also it's, I started selling the house in a time where things were good in the market, and now things are not bad in the market, but it's also the hardest market in like 15 years. So, there's a lot of these things that we can look at in our lives that give us this proof that we, something's working against us, that there's, we shouldn't feel good, because there's so many things in our own lives and in the world that aren't feeling good. So in the midst of all of this house stuff and some changing business stuff and family stuff and life, I decided that there was the one thing that I could control, that I needed to put more energy into, is about feeling good in my body. A lot of the stress had led me to, spending evenings in front of the TV watching Star Trek, eating cashews and cheese and crackers and drinking a big fat glass of wine, and that added up, and my body was starting to hurt, and I was starting to feel more stiff, and just I wasn't feeling good. So I started to get into taking better care of my health through, I've been exploring different cleanses, and I'm doing a healthy ketogenic process right now, and I am feeling good. I am feeling a lot better in my body, and this is teaching me to let myself feel good, that I don't have to carry the weight of the world. I don't have to even carry the weight of my own life. I don't have to wait, WEIGHT, and also WAIT, for things to get better. I can find those areas, and you can find those areas in your life that you can change now, today, in this moment. Something that's going to help you to feel good, to feel better. Maybe that's dance. Maybe that's telling that person what's been on your mind. Maybe that is stepping away from a situation that is feeling toxic. Maybe it is journaling. Maybe it's meditating. Maybe it's about really feeling into your sensate self, taking a moment and feeling the breath, feeling the air through your lungs, feeling the sun on you, looking around and looking at all the different colors. Maybe it's about, self-massage, taking a moment and, rubbing your feet. There's a lot of different things. There's an infinite amount of things that we can do in each moment to feel good. So there are truly an infinite array of things that we can decide to do in the moment to really ground us in the moment and into who we are. And using your senses and taking a moment to be present is, in my experience, and all of the spiritual books and everybody say this, it's the, being able to really be here now and be in your body, and be awake and aware to what you're feeling, what you're sensing is the way through. Feeling is healing. I wanted to also just add a little bit of a poem here that I just actually added to Sensate Soul. It's one of my favorites by Mary Oliver and Wild Geese, it's called, and it says in the beginning, I'm not going to say the whole thing, but and this is paraphrasing, but it says, you're not here to walk on your knees for 100 miles and repent. You're here to feel the soft love of your body. It's something like that, but that is really captures so much of what I'm trying to say here today about feeling good. Feeling good and choosing to do that is a choice and also is a mindset. And then taking action and doing the things that help us feel good is how we activate our energy into creating a day, a moment, and then eventually also a life that really feels good to us. You have permission to feel good, most definitely. And no matter how sensitive you are, no matter what is going on in your life, you have the permission to feel good, to choose that, and to find those things. And sometimes we actively have to do it, intentionally have to do it, to find those things that help us feel good. So please, today, find something that helps you feel good about yourself and about being alive, and savor it, enjoy it. All right, so much love to you. Thanks for watching this video. And if you'd like more support, come on over to sensatesoul.com, as well as do like this video, subscribe, share it with a friend, and I'll see you in the next video. So much love.